Well, hello there. I hope you missed me, and I hope you missed the lands of Create-O-Holics, where it has been a minute, and by a minute, I think I mean 2 weeks, which isn't that long, but it feels like forever since we've done anything to this place, and I feel like it's a little overdue. There is a reason it's overdue, though, and it's because this episode is going to be a doozy, and I have been dreading it for so long, but here we are. We're gonna make the coolest train station you've ever seen in your whole life. But in the last episode, we made a third steam engine. We've hooked up, a third silo to house 2 steam engines that we have hooked up to our main power source. We're generating 700,000 stress units, which is an insane amount. I think we have, we made a tree, it's all pretty, and my game crashed. Right, okay. And then we also made a little graveyard next to the citadel to mourn the loss of Snaily the snail, our prophet, and also the other prophet that we both killed. We killed them both, yes. It wasn't great. It wasn't great, but in this episode, we are building something magnificent. And I know it's been a minute since we've talked to Madden about the cloning factory that could potentially be there. I'm gonna try to talk with him soon, maybe in the next episode, see if that's been built or if he's forgotten about it. And if he's forgotten about it, I think we're gonna take matters into our own hands and just rent out potentially a space beneath his basement. I don't know if you've seen, not many people have been on the Create-O-Holics server. They have been doing other stuff, me included, to be fair, but I'm trying to get back into it. And I think causing some shenanigans, getting back to our roots would be a good way to do it. But let's get into the actual meat of today's episode. We have a train station to build, and the train tracks just over here, not too far away. The only issue is there is a mega mountain in the way, and there's nothing that we can really do to have a train station like here, or we could put it over here maybe, but that's so far away. Back pressure low, I'm scared. And we'll need a tunnel through the mountain anyway, because if we head over there, it looks super mega ugly, and the Endermen have had their way with the thing, because what are we doing over here? But also we only have 1 track right now, and if we wanted to put in another one, it needs to go here. And there's a wall in the way. So we're gonna need to expand the tunnel, build a tunnel, and then build a train station somewhere in the middle of this mountain. And you know me, I'm not those stinky, I forget what their group name is. What are you called? Not the IFF, the dwarves down south, the Sons of Durin. I'm not the stinky Sons of Durin. I don't build everything underground so I don't have to worry about how it looks from the outside. No, sir. We are digging out this mountain so we can build a beautiful and honestly mega train station. It is not going to be taller than the Citadel, but it is going to be, I think, including the tunnels, a little bit bigger than 100, 200, 300 blocks. I don't know how big it is. I haven't measured it. Some say I'm slacking, but I think it's actually just suspense. That's what I'm calling it. We need to dig out a big old mountain, and we need to get a bunch of resources. And it's gonna take 100 million days. So there's no time like the present to just get going. And this has gotta be the goatedest, that's not a word, biggest time lapse you have ever seen in your life. Unless you've seen a Hermitcraft video, then it's like a normal Tuesday for them. I don't know how they do it, because this has taken so long for me to design and build. But I hope you like it. And let's get into digging, I guess. What else do you do in a YouTube video? Can we like and subscribe? Subscribe more? Join my membership. You get some extra content. I was streaming Schedule 1, which is also why I haven't been doing anything on this world, because I'm addicted to that game. It's so fun. So you can watch that. I also have a second channel. I do more YouTube stuff. I have a second channel. You like watching streams? Stream VODs? You want to stream VOD? I'm just playing around with my microphone because it's fun and on a mic stand. I have a second channel. I'll link it in the description. It's extra Kindle. It's VODs, basically. And you can also see Schedule 1 over there because I did stream it. It's a bunch of fun. If you haven't seen Schedule 1 and you are PG-13 type of vibe, you could watch it. It's so much fun. But enough rambling. Let's start mining. Let's start digging. And yeah, I think time-lapse would be fun. So let's time-lapse this bad boy up, and I'm trying to ramble just so I don't have to do it, but yeah, let's go do it. All right, go! And having already finished this project, of course, I already know what this thing looks like. Nana and boo boo, you don't know what the thing looks like yet. This actually didn't take too long at all compared to the rest of the entirety of the thing. Honestly, getting the resources took way longer than mining all of these items. I think we mined like 100,000 blocks. I can't know for sure because I wasn't counting, but it felt like 100,000. It definitely definitely took quite a while, but we mined out pretty much half of this like lower part of the mountain and took up enough space for us to be able to build this thing. But that is the end of the time lapse, so let's get back to the world. And there we go, the hole is dug out, and it so looks like I just blew up a bunch of TNT in here, but I didn't. This was just ultimine. I don't know if you're not aware of the stuff in this mod pack. We do have ultimine, which lets us speed mine a bunch of blocks. I want to get a good set of one. Let me just break this pile. But you can see we break a whole thing, and that's why it looks like a bunch of TNT went off. But holy cow, this actually still took quite a while, even with that thing. I think it was an hour and a half of mining, which, you know, isn't too bad. But this is now the most hideous and ugly thing in the world that you've ever seen. So we got to make it prettified again. And you've already seen the thumbnail, title, whatever. It's gonna look great. It's gonna look cool. It's gonna look steampunky, cyberpunky, not cyberpunky, solarpunky. That's what that is. So I suppose we have to get to item gathering, and I actually don't know how many items we need. This thing's so big, we need 4 different schematics for it, because otherwise I wouldn't have been able to load it into the world. So I'm kind of just hoping that it works and looks good, but we need to gather items for all 4 of those. And I want to try to do them all at the same time so that we can see the progress in all 4 quadrants at the same time, and I think that'll be sick. So I guess let's get to gathering some items. And while I've been resource gathering, I thought it'd be actually helpful to kind of show you along how I resource gather in an efficient manner, especially when we're using multiple schematics. So initially, you see that I have the material checklist in my hand. With just a normal schematic cannon, I just throw it in here and go through the things that I need, and like pages, but like most of the things are already done, as you can see. The issue though, with 4 different schematic cannons, if I want them all running at the same time, I need the full material checklist with all the items that we have in here already, and there's not really a good way to do that. So I'm using a thing called Lightmatica, which you've probably seen the hermits or other people use. It's basically like a schematic that you can't paste in, and it just shows you how big this thing is, and you can see kind of the area that we're gonna take up. It's gonna be pretty massive, but in Lightmatica, there is, if we go over here, a material checklist, which has everything that we have. I think clearing this will bring it back to the original. And as you can see, we need 2,500 asphalt, 2,200 limestone, 2,200 granite, 2,000, 1,700, whatever. All the things at the top are kind of what we care about. Once we get down to chains at 300, that's just 5 stacks. I can make sure that I have 5 stacks or less of all the not massive blocks that we're gonna need, and then it'll be easy to do. But for these massive amounts of blocks, this is the way that I'm going through it. So I already have enough limestone, so I'm gonna click ignore here, and then I'm just gonna keep going through, and it's actually really a lot of blocks. And I know I say this every time I make something. I mean, this was a lot of blocks. This thing is so many more blocks, and I don't even have a cobblestone generator. I thankfully have a limestone generator. I don't have granite. I don't have diorite, if we were even building on a diorite, which we're not, thank goodness, ugliest block in the world. But I think maybe after this episode, in the next episode, we're going to need to, for sure, get a granite farm, because we are burning like 3,000 in total, probably granite, just because we need a bunch of polished granite and all of the slabs and the stairs and the walls and all those things. So it's been a pain, but also 2,500 asphalt is insane. We need to make a bunch of dough, a bunch more asphalt blocks, which is what I'm doing right now. And then we're gonna need to make this dough into slime balls. So it's just a whole process. So that's what I've been doing. It isn't the most glamorous work, but I mean, what's Minecraft if not resource gathering? Because then you're just building it in creative, basically. And that's no fun. You could watch a creative playthrough anytime you want. Just go check out Shovel. Speaking of Shovel, I did kind of yoink some of his designs, so shout out him. He's got like 1 million subs. You've probably heard of him if you know how to build. But yeah, that's what I've been doing. It has been quite a tedious process. We're on day 2 of material gathering. Hopefully, we're gonna get done soon. We have enough granite, we have enough cut limestone, we have enough cut limestone bricks. We need 1,500 exposed copper. Oh my goodness, we're so cooked. I did not consider. Okay, this is fine. We can do it. But holy cow, do we have a lot to go through. So yeah, wish me luck, and I will come back to you when we have everything that we need. I think 30,000 blocks or so. Let's actually look at my statistics. How do you see statistics? Oh, items, mined, 88,000 stone. I think I was probably at 10,000 before mining out that big old area. So yeah, we're pretty good for now. We have 30,000 stone. I had let a ton despawn, so I think we're good for a little bit on the stone front, but we don't have any cobblestone or any sand at all, and I need a boatload of glass for this thing, so I have been manually crushing up, I can't believe I'm saying this, the create mod guide, manually crushing sand. Gross. So yeah, next episode, we are absolutely going ham on some automation things, just because I cannot be bothered doing this anymore. But also, I'm so excited for the new create mod update. Once I'm playing in that, we are going to automate every building block that I would ever need so that I literally never have to do this. I just get to sit and not do anything while it builds everything for me. And I'm so excited for that in whatever future series we do. Okay, enough rambling. I'll come back when I have every single block that we need for this whole thing. It's going to be crazy, but let's get there. And after a few more hours of AFKing, and mostly not AFKing, but I needed more limestone, we have everything that we need all set up here. We have 2,500 copper, 1,700 waxed exposed copper, and so many other things. Our book is now completed, except for barley seeds, because I don't know where to get those. Cracked deep slate tiles. Oh no, hold on. We have those now. We're good. We need a bunch of stuff for this build, and yeah, it's really dark in here, but I am so excited to watch this thing get built. It's gonna look so good. So I think let's get into time-lapse in this bad boy. I'm gonna hopefully just start off all of the schematics all at the same time, and we should see that we have 4 times the amount of block placements per second than normal, which hopefully means this will be built at some point today. Because this thing's huge. I have already configured all these schematics to not skip missing blocks. So if we're missing a block, I will be sure to place it, because this thing is big. If I miss a block and have to place it in manually, I think I'm gonna die. So doing that would be beneficial, and that's configured for all of them. Let's start this thing up, and oh boy, is this gonna be insane. In this build, using 4 schematic cannons looks so cool, honestly, when they're all getting put in at the same time. We're setting up first like that base floor where you actually would get on the train, and then the main floor waiting area thing, and we're setting up these walls. I am so proud of these cogwheel things. They were initially a design from Shovel that I modified and changed a little bit, and the outside with the Escargaria logo, it looks so cool. And here we are finishing up this kind of top left corner, getting all the cogs into place, and that's the rest of the build. And with that, the build is done. It looks pretty plain from the outside, especially now when we don't have any of the terrain set up or any trees or any like patios or fountains or whatever. But on the inside is really where I think it matters. Let's turn off the infinite brightness, because we're missing a light lantern there. But this is how this thing looks during the day. At night, it gets obviously a little bit darker. There's a bunch of glass everywhere, but I think this place looks so cool. We have the Escargaria up on the top there. We have that on the outside as well. As you can see, we have the snail kind of shell emblems in the ground and on the walls. And then we have kind of these arches and stuff, which you probably have seen in any train station that you've ever been in. But we also have some steampunk with these massive cogs. These are the things that I kind of stole from Shovel. He had this idea for cogs, and then the things around them. We are actually missing, I think that's stone bricks or something. Or no, spruce logs. But then we also have some solar with some hanging garden bits that I need to go around and waterlog. And then I need barley seeds, because holy cow, we don't have any of those. And on the outside, as you can already see, we have some of them plant here that we will increase and fix, because schematics don't really like you moving cropped roads and plants. So we're going to have to do that manually. But as you can see, we currently just have a hole here and a massive hole here, both of which will not do because this is horrendously ugly. We have to fix this up. And the same thing is true with the other side over there. I mean, it's so dark, so mob spawny if we didn't have a big torch way up there. So we got to fix this up. And I thought this was actually included in the schematic that I was going to be placing in, but apparently not. So now we have to go around. I mean, we have to break these types of things because what are we doing here? And fix all these up. But we also have to, I guess, material gather some more because I didn't have enough materials and build these 2 tunnels, which honestly shouldn't be that hard. They're very simple. We just need the basic blocks and stuff, but we will need to material gather it. And oops, is this not centered properly? Whatever. I don't, oh, that looks right. I think we have to take away some trees and stuff, but that's okay. Oh, I got up here. Oh, I hope that's centered. Don't look at it too hard. It's basically centered. So yeah, let's get some more materials. Building heavy episode, but that's what happens when you have 100 by 100 by 100 area. We have the schematics set up, and if I check this, yeah, we have everything at least for one of the 2 tunnels. So I guess let's get to building. And I accidentally exported these with shaders, but honestly, I think it looks pretty cool. You're gonna see a full cinematic at the very end of the whole build, but these tunnels getting in here look super, super cool. We have a gradient from granite to limestone up at the top, and these things go on for like an astonishing amount of distance. It feels like they shouldn't be that long, but they are so cool. I love them so much. With those tunnels, the build is now done, at least on the interior for a little bit. It is a little bit glitchy, but that's okay. These tunnels look so, so cool. And once we kind of dig out the rest of this area and figure out where the train is going, because we're probably I probably want to move it so that it goes along this way and up like that, but we'll get there when we get there. We're not there yet, that is for sure, because I still have one little secret about this base that you haven't seen, because the thumbnail is not moving. And maybe if you took a closer look at the things that are here, you might be able to figure out where I'm going with this, and it's not as cool as you think. If you can picture it, we're not moving the whole cogwheel. I thought that was a little bit too much for lag purposes, but we are moving all of the cogs on the inside, so we need to hook that up. Over on the back side, if I can glitch into the walls, you can see that I have hooked up every single one of the cogs all over the place on both sides, so that when we power it, it'll just start working. And then we could do a final kind of beautiful beautification and explanation of all of the bits and bobs in this place, because I think I did a pretty good job at decorating this, and I forgot to put flowers in these pots, so we'll do that too. So I'm honestly just gonna hope that a water wheel will work. I think if I just do one of these, plopping it here, should make that spin, and we should see, unless I've messed something up, everything but this little area starts spinning. It is a little bit slow for my liking though, so I am going to speed this thing up just a smidge. There we go. These are all spinning, and as you can see, I even did the mathy physics correct. If this big thing is spinning, all of these little cogs bouncing against this cogwheel are going to be spinning the opposite direction, and I think that looks super, super cool. Now, all we have to do is hook this smaller one up, which is actually just through here, I hope. And there we go. Everything is now spinning. Hopefully all going the correct direction, but this thing looks so, so good. There are some little bits that I need fixing just because schematics are sometimes a little weird, but otherwise, this thing is done and looking amazing. I really hope you like it. This thing has taken me so long. It's really, really difficult to detail the interior of a massive build like this and keep it feeling massive. Like any large train station you've ever seen is so open that you can't just make a bunch of small rooms. That would make no sense. So making it filled with stuff while keeping a bunch of open air is really difficult. I don't know how I got here. This is actually wrong also, but this looks so good. I'm so happy with the cogwheel wall that we have, the hanging gardens, the arches, the tunnels, the waiting areas. I mean, pretty train station-y, if I would say. I could see myself sitting here waiting for my I don't actually think we have a train name yet. I haven't been on in a very long time. I don't know if there's a train. It kind of feels like there isn't, but there can be kind of soon. We just need to get the rest of the tracks in. I don't know what's going on over here, but that may be in a future episode. Thank you all so much for watching. We made some crazy stuff, and stick around for the little cinematic that I'm going to make. I've decided, spur of the moment, but I think a little cinematic will look super, super good. So stay tuned for that. But thank you all so much for watching. Like and subscribe as always, and I will see you all in the next video.